All right, Aaron, so show me a little bit about how you use Inventor for your design review process when it's still in its digital form.
Sure, you bet. And in fact, on this customer, as we mentioned when we saw the machine, space constraints were big. Now they opened some of it up, and that's why our machine looks a little smaller. But really what they wanted to see is how do all these fit in that room, and are they going to be able to walk around? Are they going to be able to access it? So that was the big thing, is showing them layout. So that was their biggest concern. And then of course we want to show them how it actually works, you know.
You're pretty much a self-taught Inventor guy.
Yeah. How
did you teach yourself? What tools did you use?
Well, you know, initially it was just kind of playing around, seeing what things do, but your tutorials were huge. We had a big section of your tutorials that I went through. That was probably the first month or so, just really kind of getting my feet wet. And then, you know, building stuff, trying stuff, seeing how things work.
Let's isolate this sub-assembly here and
Sure. In fact, we've already got it separated here, so we can take a look at that. So here we have that, this is our section that we built. So again, all the integrated stuff is out, and this is essentially everything that I had to design for this machine. And so we'd be able to, during that process, come in here, zoom in on the label pick and place. You can see, you know, this can really zero in on how we're going to pick that label, and I can run through the representations to show how that's going to move.
What's a cost in terms of time and effort when you are able to allow the customer to visualize what's going on the screen and make changes here versus making changes out in the back?
Oh, dramatic. I mean, I think the big thing is that a lot of companies that I've seen, they build the machine and then they start changing it. They cut things here, move things there, and so the end result is it's a machine that works, but it's kind of pieced together, whereas we actually get a polished machine at the end that we don't have to do a lot of changes to. So even though it's a custom machine, it doesn't look like it was just jerry-rigged together. It looks almost like a production machine would look, because we've already practiced, seen how things work together, and really tried it out before we've even built it.
All right, I can't help myself. I got to show you something, because we were talking about how you kind of have to trick Inventor into making new drawings for you.
Sure. When
you have like those small changes, and you got to do that old school trick of saying, don't look at this part file anymore, look at this one over here.
Exactly.
All right, so I got a couple things I want to show you.
Okay.
It's a little thing, but this one I think is going to really make a big difference for you.
Okay.
So let's do something like this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do, you know, a quick move face here, right? So I'm going to move this around, maybe add a draft to it in a couple different directions. You know, maybe I just, you know, you got to get that out of the way or something, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And then maybe let's just make a change to this hole. Let's take it from 8.5 millimeters to something like 10 millimeters.
Okay.
Right. So couple changes, not overly significant, but I don't want to do that drawing all over again.
Absolutely.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to that drawing. Okay. I'm going to go to the Manage tab, and I'm going to choose the option for Replace Model Reference. Okay. So what I'll do then is say, rather than looking at the old one, I want you to go out and look at the new ones. Okay. Now what it's going to do is it's not going to look at the old part anymore. It's going to look at the new one. All my dimensions, all my hole notes, and everything automatically updates.
Like I said, I couldn't help myself. So next I meet up with one of Sean's partners and learn how product differentiation and the value of knowing your customer's needs are paying dividends for R&D.